The crypto bull market is about to start soon, and we have a major update regarding the Clarity Act. It is now confirmed on September 15th, the Senate will begin passing the Clarity Act. They're going to begin the process of passing the Clarity Act. There will be an official vote. It's not speculation. And the fact that the Clarity Act was pushed back even further to September 15th is better than rushing it, because this gives them plenty of time to hammer out the small details that are favorable to both the Republicans and the Democrats so that they can actually get it passed. And I believe it's possible that the Clarity Act could actually start the crypto bull market. If you know anything about cryptos, they move in 4-year cycles. Everything follows Bitcoin. And Bitcoin goes in these 4-year cycles where it goes up for 3 years and then it goes down for only 1 year. Bear markets are 1 year, and Bitcoin officially has entered the bear market since October 7th last year. Whenever it reaches its highest point and starts heading down, that's technically in a bear market. In particular assets, you could say they are in a bear market after they've pulled back 20% from their highs or all-time highs, in this case for Bitcoin. And Coinbase's chief policy officer, he tells Fox Business that the Crypto Clarity Act Senate vote is officially happening on September 15th.
We were very much hoping to start the process before the Senate broke for the August recess. But what we've gotten now is something really special, which is a date certain and a time certain when we'll have our first procedural vote, and that's on September 15th. I mean, as you know, time on the floor is the coin of the realm in the Senate, and so the fact that we've got a date certain and a lot of senators who've worked a long time to get a bipartisan bill together, I think sets us up really well for when Congress comes back. You know, even when it became clear that the bill wasn't going to come up before the recess, Democrats we're still at the table. There's still discussions going on. There was some progress we made even over the weekend over a couple of more technical elements of the bill. So there's a lot of effort that's been put in to get a bipartisan bill. And remember, it came over from the House with 80 Democrats having supported the House version. Since then, there's been several hundred pages of Democratic priorities added to the bill. There's commitments on ethics that the president has made, and an agreement on Democratic nominations to the SEC and CFTC. So we've got a very bipartisan, comprehensive package that's already on the table. I think there'll be some incremental work between now and the vote, and I'm very hopeful we'll get there.
So it is official, September 15th. They are going to vote, and they are getting major progress right now between the Democrats and the Republicans to hash out the details so that they can get it passed. I'm confident that it is going to be passed in September. Let me know if you guys are bullish on this. But ultimately, guys, the Clarity Act is going to pour trillions of dollars into crypto over the next several years. And even right away, it's going to affect cryptos. It's going to bring a lot of sideline capital into the market, because there is a lot of sideline capital. They are putting their money in AI. They're looking for the next best thing. And a lot of people don't want to touch crypto until this Clarity Act is done, because the Clarity Act will let people know that the institutions have the green light to buy, to get involved as much as possible. And that is going to take crypto to the next level. And that includes all cryptos. The majority of all cryptos, they are going to benefit greatly. Another thing that's potentially very bullish for cryptos, and it actually caused cryptos to pump over the last weekend, is the possibility and the probability of a rate hike is at 50%. It was much higher for the September meeting on September 16th. The probability of a rate hike continues to go lower and lower. And this is very bullish. Rate hikes, rate cuts, these determine whether cryptos go up or down, because cryptos are the most liquidity sensitive instrument asset in the world. And when there's lots of new capital, lots of new liquidity entering the markets, it always goes first to crypto. But cryptos are the first thing to sell off when it comes to risk-off environments. And one particular risk-on environment for everything, a lot of things, stocks, cryptos, everything, is rate cuts, rate hikes. Rate hikes constrict liquidity, or removes liquidity from the market. It makes it harder to get. But when they start to cut rates, the market pumps very hard. And the market has been pricing in rate hikes that they're going to raise rates. And that's why cryptos have been selling off quite aggressively over the past couple of months. But this is changing right now. This is changing right now. And on Wednesday, we have some very important data coming out. On Wednesday, we have CPI, and this is going to show us how inflation is moving and how it moved over last month. The previous month before that, inflation seen record levels of low. We have not seen inflation since COVID at these levels that we saw last month as far as inflation reading. So inflation is coming down, and we are going to find out for sure this coming Wednesday whether inflation is coming down or not. And if inflation comes down like it did last month, under expectations, the Fed is probably going to start factoring a possibility of maybe a rate hike, but the probability of the Fed is going to start to price in the probability maybe once this year or at some point next year, rate cuts. This is going to be very good. 2 inflation readings. So we have Wednesday, CPI, but if we get next month, inflation is coming down again, they're probably going to cut rates. They're probably going to cut rates, in my opinion, guys. And that would be very, very good for the bull market. And this all lines up with the Clarity Act. September, we have midterms, which is typically the time when stocks and crypto start to pump up because they pump the markets for elections to make themselves look good. But historically, 2 weeks before midterms, which is in November, the markets start to pick up. We are exiting this bear market. We are getting very close to leaving this bear market. And let's go ahead and take a look at the charts here. So everything follows Bitcoin. Bitcoin has pulled back, but ultimately Bitcoin looks to have potentially bottomed here. Who knows? We will see. August historically is bearish for Bitcoin and cryptos, but we have a lot of bullish things cooking right now. We have the Strait of Hormuz potentially opening up here soon. There's some clarity on that coming. So a lot of choppiness with that, of course, but the market was pricing in rate hikes, and that's no longer happening. So I think that's very good for cryptos. That could send cryptos up. And personally, what I'm thinking is going to happen is Bitcoin is going to come and test the 67K level. If we can break and hold above this, I think we're going to have a short-term rally here, maybe this month, the month of August. And that would certainly be dependent on this week's inflation data. So we're going to continue to monitor everything. We take a look at some of these other coins here. XRP has just been bleeding out for the past 21 days, pretty much almost every single day, just bleeding out. XRP just made a new low today. I'm just looking at this now. It made a new low today, hitting $1. This is a good level to buy XRP. It's a good level to dollar cost average. XRP is going to be worth $5 to $7. You have Solana also starting to try to break out here. This is a little bit of a stronger coin here. Solana is looking quite strong. You have Ethereum attempted to break out here, breaking out of this region here. So some altcoins are looking quite strong. You have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP. These are the 4 main coins, but XRP is the most oversold crypto here. It is the most oversold crypto, most undervalued in my opinion, one that has one of the biggest use cases. I think this one is going to pop off here soon, but we have some ways to go. Once XRP can break and hold above 16 cents, $1.16, then I think we're going to get a move for XRP. Ethereum is starting to try to break out here. Solana is looking like it's trying to break out here. But everything, ultimately, even XRP is dependent upon Bitcoin breaking this 65K level, which is a strong resistance. You can see Bitcoin has been struggling to break this level for nearly 50 days. It keeps coming to 65, reject, reject, reject almost every single day. In the past 6 days, it's rejected 65K on the dot. So it's very interesting what's going on here. It is also summer, so liquidity is thin, volume is thin, but CPI could change a lot of things, and it's about to happen this week. So we're going to keep our eyes open for that. If you guys are going to be trading cryptos, make sure you trade over on Blofin. They're giving you guys up to $10,000 in deposit bonuses and VIP 3 with my link only. So you're going to have the cheapest fees on the internet and 0 spot fees using my link. So check out Blofin. This is where me and my community are trading, where you can try my community today for free and also join the Alpha channel. This is where I'm posting a lot of free, very important information so you know exactly what's happening in the markets, what you should be doing. I also post some trades that are up massively. One trade up 200%, another trade up 100% in that free community. So check that out. And in my paid community, we just caught a bunch of bangers. So if you guys want to follow and copy my trades as a professional trader, I'm posting profitable trades every single week. Go ahead and check that out as well. Everything is going to be in my video description. If you guys get anything out of this video, consider giving this video a thumbs up, subscribing with notifications on, and I will see you later.